Are you getting a few more facial hairs?
Unwanted facial hair.
Facial hair.
Facial hair and
Facial hair.
Facial hair. Facial hair growth.
facial hair.
Facial hair.
Why does our society detest a woman with facial hair? From magazine covers to Hollywood screens, the image of the ideal woman has been carefully crafted, smooth, flawless, and hairless. And this is important because beauty standards are not just reflections of personal preference. They are powerful tools that shape identity, self-worth, and even success. Facial hair, a natural trait for many women, has been stigmatized to the point where its removal is considered essential, not optional. But why? Who decided that femininity is tied to hairlessness? And more importantly, does having facial hair truly make a woman less desirable? In this video, we will challenge the rigid ideals of beauty, questioning why facial hair is seen as an anomaly rather than just another trait. One striking example that comes to mind is Hatshepsut, the ancient Egyptian pharaoh who ruled around 1479 BCE. To solidify her authority in a male-dominated world, she wore a false ceremonial beard, an emblem of strength and leadership reserved for kings. Now, this was not natural facial hair, but her willingness to embrace a traditionally masculine symbol reveals a question. What if beauty, power, and identity are constructed, not biological? Here is what I mean. About 4,000 years later, something more interesting happened. In 1915, Gillette introduced the Milady Décolleté, the first razor marketed exclusively to women. But simply creating a product wasn't enough. There had to be demand. At the time, most women didn't see body hair as a problem. So, Gillette and other beauty companies launched a relentless advertising campaign, using magazines and fashion trends to convince women that hair-free skin was essential to femininity. One of their most influential tactics was tying bare skin to elegance and modernity. Ads depicted glamorous, well-dressed women with perfectly smooth legs and underarms, while hairy skin was subtly portrayed as unclean, outdated, or even masculine. By the 1920s, sleeveless dresses became more popular, and with them, the expectation that women would shave their underarms. This marketing strategy worked so well that it didn't just change habits, it rewrote beauty norms. By the 1940s, shaving and hair removal were seen as not just an option, but a necessity for women in the Western world. And now, even our beauty pageants have set strict, conventional beauty standards. Thin, curvy, and of course, a smooth skin. But then, some women have defied expectations and redefined what it means to be desirable. Take Harnum Kaur, for example, a British model and activist who became the first bearded woman to walk at London Fashion Week. Born with polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, which causes excess hair growth, she was bullied relentlessly as a child. But instead of hiding, she reclaimed her image, making headlines and walking the runway with confidence. Another example is Frida Kahlo, the legendary Mexican painter who boldly embraced her unibrow and mustache, incorporating them into her self-portraits. Instead of conforming to beauty ideals, she turned them into symbols of her identity. Yet, her nonconformity didn't push people away. It attracted them. Among her admirers was Diego Rivera, the renowned muralist whom she married twice. Long story there, but you won't hear it from me. But here is what I want you to learn. Throughout history, what society considers attractive or unattractive has never been fixed. It evolves. Centuries ago, pale skin was a marker of beauty and status, as it signified wealth and nobility. Later, tanned skin became desirable, associated with leisure and health. Trends change. Facial hair on women is no different. What was once seen as a flaw is already being reclaimed by those who refuse to let outdated standards define them. The key shift begins with self-acceptance. Confidence is more attractive than forced conformity. But individual confidence alone isn't enough. Media representation must evolve too. And that is what I hope to achieve with this video. To remind you that facial hair doesn't make any difference, it is what you think that does.
Do like this video and subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video. Cheers!